What would you do if the only way to save your marriage was to give your womb to another woman's child? And what if that woman was your husband's ex? This is the story of Anita, a woman who said yes to pain, sacrifice, and betrayal just to feel love again. But what she didn't know was that love had a secret face. They were married, madly in love. But after 7 years of trying, the one thing they wanted most never came. A baby, a heartbeat, a future. Anita sat quietly in the hospital hallway, her heart full of fear, her hands shaking as she stared at the test result. Negative. Again. Her heart sank. No, not again, she whispered. Her shoulders dropped. This was her 5th IVF attempt. Every one ended in heartbreak. The doctor called her in, face full of sympathy. Mrs. Anita, I'm sorry, your body isn't responding to IVF anymore. I'm afraid you may never carry a child again, the doctor said softly. Tears slipped down her cheeks. Her world was falling apart. She felt the walls close in. It had been 7 years. 7 years of trying. 7 years of crying. 7 years of watching her husband, Michael, grow colder each day. That night, Anita didn't speak. Neither did Michael. He sat on the edge of the bed, staring at the floor. We said we'd be together, no matter what, she finally said. I know, Michael replied, but how long can we live with this emptiness? Anita looked at him. You want a child so bad. Do you still want me? Michael didn't answer. The next morning, Michael made a bold move. We could try surrogacy, he said. There's still a chance. With your eggs. Anita shook her head quickly. No. I will not let another woman carry my child. My womb, or nothing. Michael stayed silent. His heart was breaking too. I can't force you, he said. But I can't watch us die like this either. 2 weeks passed. Anita saw the change in him. Michael was distant. Barely spoke. He stopped praying with her at night. He even stopped touching her. One night, she woke up to find him sleeping in the guest room. She walked in quietly. Michael, do you still love me? He turned slowly, tired eyes full of pain. I don't know how to love you when everything around us feels like death. Anita had a choice. Walk away from her marriage, or accept the one thing she never wanted, another woman carrying her child. That was the moment Anita decided. I'll do it, Anita said the next morning. Surrogacy. But on my terms. Michael stared at her, shocked. You will? Yes. But I must be there every step of the way. The woman carrying our baby must respect me. I will not be sidelined in my own story. Michael nodded, hugging her. I love you, Anita. I promise, no one will come between us. He meant it. But life had other plans. Michael came home with a file. Anita opened it. Her eyes widened. Linda, your ex-girlfriend? Michael looked down. She's qualified. She's done it before. It's just a medical agreement, Anita. Nothing more. Anita stood up, shaking. You couldn't find anyone else. But something inside her whispered. He still loves her. Linda moved in a week later. Just for the pregnancy period, Michael said. Linda smiled, but deep down, her own plan was just beginning. Anita hated it. As the pregnancy began, Anita did everything for Linda. Cooked, cleaned, paid the bills. But Linda seemed like the queen. Linda smiled too much. Wearing revealing clothes in front of Michael. Laughed loudly. Touched Michael's arm too often. And Michael, he smiled more now. One night, Anita caught them laughing together in the kitchen. You've never laughed like that with me, she whispered, eyes filled with tears. Michael looked at her, but said nothing. Anita came downstairs one morning and saw Michael, holding Linda's hair back as she threw up. He looked so caring, more than she had seen in months. Then, he brought her ginger tea, and even joked to cheer her up. Anita stood in the hallway, invisible. 3 months passed. Linda's belly was growing, and so was the distance between Anita and Michael. Anita felt invisible. Linda called Michael for everything: water, her cravings, even massages. Anita watched in silence, burning. One day she entered the living room and saw Michael rubbing Linda's feet. She stood frozen. "I'm your wife," she said softly. "And she's carrying our child," Michael replied. But what she heard was, "She matters more now." That night, Anita wept in the bathtub. Her tears mixed with the water. "God, is this my life now?" she whispered. She had sacrificed everything, but still felt like a stranger in her home. Her womb was empty, and so was her heart. The day the baby kicked for the first time, Linda called Michael before Anita. She said, "Your daughter just kicked me." And Anita felt like a stranger in her own story. She cried alone that night. Whose baby is this really? Mine, or hers? Linda's baby shower was coming. Michael insisted on a private birthday dinner for Linda as thanks. Anita didn't want to go, but she did. At the dinner, Anita watched Linda laugh as Michael gave her a necklace. "To the mother of our child," he said, placing it gently around her neck. Then it happened. A kiss. Small, soft, but very real. Anita stood up, her heart shattered. Back at home, Anita exploded. "You kissed her? In front of me?" Michael raised his hands. "It was just. Don't you dare say it was nothing." Linda walked in, holding her belly. Maybe this arrangement was a mistake. And that's when Anita lost it. Anita turned to her. "This was my sacrifice. My pain. And now you want to take him too? You carried my child. Not my husband." The silence was loud. Anita packed her bags that night. "I'm leaving. Not because I don't love you, but because I love me more." Michael didn't stop her. Linda watched silently from the top of the stairs. As Anita walked out into the night, she whispered, "If this child is my price for peace, then let me go in pieces." No one knew where she went. She changed her number, switched cities. She cut off Michael and Linda both. But her pain followed her. And so did her love for a child not yet born. Months later, Linda went into labor. Michael rushed her to the hospital. Anita heard the news but stayed away. Until she got a call. There were complications. "Linda is unconscious. She didn't survive. The baby is fine. But she left something for you." Anita rushed to the hospital. A nurse handed her a note written in shaky handwriting. "I knew he never stopped loving you. I carried your child, but he was always yours. Take care of her. I'm sorry." Tears ran down Anita's face. And there she was. Her daughter. Wrapped in a pink blanket, crying for someone to love her. She held her, and everything inside her broke. "Mama's here," she whispered, tears falling on the baby's cheek. "I'll never leave you again." Michael entered the room slowly. "She looks like you," he whispered. She didn't reply. Michael broke down. "I made the worst mistake of my life, Anita. I lost you. Please, forgive me. Let's raise her together. Please." Anita looked at him, long and hard. "You didn't just betray me. You betrayed our future. You won't have come back if she was alive. I'll raise my daughter, but not with you." 1 year later, her daughter Hope was crawling on the floor. "I said my womb or nothing. I didn't know that in choosing surrogacy, I would lose so much. But I gained something too. That love isn't who carries the child, but who carries the pain. 2 years later, Anita opened a foundation for women struggling with infertility and surrogacy pain. She stood on a stage, holding her daughter, surrounded by women who had felt her same pain. "I thought I needed a man to be complete," she told them. "But all I needed was the courage to choose myself." And as the crowd applauded, she smiled, finally free, finally whole. This was her story, not just of motherhood, but of pain, sacrifice, and the kind of love that can only be born from loss. Please like, comment, share and do well to subscribe for more interesting stories. Turn on the notification bell to get notified each time I upload a new video here. Thank you for watching. Bye, see you in the next video.